Hey, beautiful. This is your intuitive consultant and life coach, Avalaura, with another edition of Avalaura Heal My Life podcast. Listen in each week because I'm helping you to heal your life, heal your relationships, learn how to do meaningful work in the world, and make an impact that creates legacy. So go ahead and get your pen and paper, get your favorite drink, and listen in now. Greetings, beautiful ones. This is Ava Laura, your intuitive consultant and life coach, with another amazing edition of Ava Laura Heal My Life. Tune in each week to learn how to heal from whole to wholeness in your life, relationships, business, and career. Join me here every Sunday, wherever you're listening, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, iHeart, wherever you're listening to me, join me. And as always, I love hearing from you. So please comment and share and subscribe. You know, everyone needs a little healing in their life. And if you don't know someone who needs healing, then more than likely that person is you. Today, I'm really excited. I have a great guest for you all. And we're really going to be talking about how to heal using herbal medicine. So, as always, you're going to want to get out your pen and paper. I know my guest is going to be dropping some amazing golden nuggets for you all. And you're going to want to listen in again, I'm sure. So just let me tell you a little bit about our guest. Rosaline Law is a licensed respiratory therapist. She is a certified health coach and a professional clinical herbalist, certified Zumba instructor, and the author of The Spice Queen's Kitchen. Drawing on her knowledge and experience, she works with clients to assist them in making the dietary and lifestyle changes that produce real and lasting results with different services such as private and group healthy cooking classes, live healthy cooking demonstrations in the community, healthy food shopping field trips, and food pantry makeovers. She is a drugless practitioner who uses nutrition, herbs, and exercises for healing. So join me in welcoming Rosalind to Ava Laura Heal My Life. Hello, Miss Lady. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful, Ava Laura. How are you?
I'm great. So happy to have you here. So before we begin, I always like for my listeners to know just a little bit about you and how did you get into studying herbs?
All right. Well, as you mentioned, I I really have a background in health, but not particularly in health and wellness. I started out as a respiratory therapist over 30 years ago, but then I was fresh out of college, run into all of the cold blues and the excitement about working with patients that were sick.
Mm,
So, I was in the health field. I was in pulmonary medicine, dealing with people with different health disparities. And then after a while, I just got really, really tired, discouraged um, with seeing people come in on that side of sickness. And so I said,
mm-hmm.
well, let me just see what I can do to start making a positive impact on folks before they get to this place.
Okay, yeah. So you wanted to
So
focus more on prevention.
I wanted to focus more on prevention, um, the wellness part,
Mm,
the part that help you stay that way, help you stay
yeah.
well. Um, and so I then started basically on myself. And I just, because I had some ailments back then, 30 years ago, I ate everything. I did
Hmm.
exercise though. I've been eating, uh, I was eating wrong, but I exercised. So I thought, like many people think, that if you exercise, you can eat what you want.
Right. Hmm.
Totally. So I was young. I was in my 20s and I ate what I wanted, but I exercised. And then so I had rashes and migraines, terrible sinuses. Um, That's just the least that I can say. And
Wow.
I started researching herbs for particularly for allergies. My
Okay.
allergies were horrible. They were horrible. So I started researching herbs and started using them on myself more so than anybody else. And then fast forward to when I've actually been a certified health coach for 7 years this month, March. Whoop whoop, that's my anniversary.
Oh,
So,
congratulations.
thank you. 7 years. So when I started having clients that actually came to me with the diabetes and the high blood pressure, hypertension, and cholesterol issues, allergies, libido issues, I went to my source to find out what herbs that I could use with them. And then
Hmm.
one day, that source told me about a herbal class where I can
Hmm.
actually become a clinical herbalist myself. And I was already certified as being a health coach. I was already introducing herbs to my clients, and it was working. I had already totally immersed myself in herbs. So I said, why not? It would not hurt a thing for me to go ahead and invest in these herbal classes. So it was actually a 3 year journey
Hmm.
into learning, really, really diving in and learning all about the herbs and what it does as far as healing the body.
Wonderful. I love that your journey is actually similar to mine in that we started off traditionally. I started off in the traditional social work field, and the same thing. Didn't feel like I was really helping or making an impact. I just felt like I was helping people to maintain their dysfunction because that's what the system was set up for. And
Mm.
if I really wanted to help people to heal and really actually make a change and transform, then I had to go and do my own thing and practice holistically. So it sounds like you've had a very similar journey as well. And so I love that. And like you, it's same thing. I started on myself. So I knew it worked because I was my own guinea pig.
There you go.
And
That's
then I
right.
knew,
That's right.
yeah, then I knew I could take that and really help others. So tell me, so I know people have when it comes to herbs is um is it something that's safe, right? Because a lot of times when it's something that our doctors haven't necessarily prescribed or haven't told us about, people kind of question it and not sure if it really works or if it's not FDA approved or all of these things. So talk about that, kind of how herbs work, why they work, and how is it different from maybe traditional medication.
All right. Well, first, I want to say that definitely you want to look out. So, there are some herbs that may not be favorable to certain people, such as breastfeeding or pregnant women. So, we have to look out for that as far as using herbs for many ailments. But as far as FDA, these are plants. These are plants that grow from the earth. And so what I tell people is that each body is different and you have to actually use it to see if it's going to work. So the FDA pretty much does not recommend herbs for healing because although it has some research, uh, documented research behind certain herbs that it will help in the healing process, it's not FDA regulated because it's not going to do the same thing for everybody.
Okay.
you
Okay.
know and
Mhm.
so but like I said, there's a lot of documented evidence that it does work. So that's the whole community. You have to submerge yourself in the community of herbs and natural holistic healing, and
Mhm.
the first thing is believing. and then doing your research, consult a clinical herbalist and just try it. We try so many things. Like we go to the doctor and the doctor will say you have hypertension, let me write you this prescription. You go to the
Right.
drugstore and you fill the prescription and start taking it. And what happens? It may work and it may not. It may give you side effects. It may not. But the point is that you're trying it. And so
Mhm.
but what we do know is that the prescription medications, they have a ton of side effects that they tell you about.
Right.
They tell you about.
Right.
And
Yeah, I mean, we've
so,
all seen those commercials,
yes,
may cause diarrhea, headaches, blood pressure. I mean, all of these things. And it's just so amazing to me that they put it all out there and yet people will still consume it.
people will, because you know why? Because people want help. When it takes a lot for the average person to even go to the doctor. So when they go to the doctor, they want help and they want immediate microwave help, like
Yes.
real fast
Mhm.
help. So they trust. And so, like I said, you have to kind of be in a holistic community to realize that there is another way to heal.
I'm glad that you're saying that because that is, one of the reasons that I offer this podcast so that people know that they have options and there is another way. And it's fine if you want to go the traditional route, whatever it is that you choose, or if you want to mix the traditional with the Eastern, or, if you just want to go all holistic, however you want to do it, but just be open to the possibilities and know that you have other options out there.
Correct. That's right. That's right. Because listen, I am the first to tell anybody, if I have an emergency situation, I'm going to the emergency room and
Mhm.
I'm going to take whatever they give me.
Mhm.
But by the grace of God, if I get out of that situation, I am going to detox and cleanse my body from that
Mhm.
and take the comparable medication, through I mean herb for that
Mhm.
medication that they prescribe for me,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
and get on that side of healing.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. A lot of times because people feel like I do holistic work, they always feel like I'm so against traditional medicine. And I'm not. I have clients all the time that come to me, for help with their depression or anxiety, and they're taking Prozac, or they're taking all these drugs that their psychiatrist prescribed, and and that's one of the main things they say to me is that, Avalaura, I want to get off the drugs. And I'm like, okay, that's great. However, they do serve a purpose.
That's
So
right.
we're not going to just take you off. They have a purpose. There's a reason that you're taking them now. So what we want to do is start to implement lifestyle changes and healthy habits and things like that so that you can wean yourself off. But I absolutely agree with you that it all serves a purpose and it can all work together in harmony if you know what you're doing, and if you just decide to, like you said, do your research, do your homework, and just and exercise your different options.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. So what are some of the different herbs that you commonly prescribe to people, and what are they for, and how do people use them?
Okay, so let's talk about, okay, first of all, there are three ways that you can actually take herbs. And so that's what I address first, because you have to, it doesn't make any sense to give someone something that they're not going to adhere to. So for example, there are three ways, and there's tinctures, there's herbal teas, and then there are capsules or herbal supplements. So once I find out what would be best, because if someone can't swallow a capsule, but they might be able to drink a herbal tea.
Mhm.
So a tincture is alcohol based, and you can get some that's not alcohol based.
Right.
But what it is it's dried herbs that are soaked, marinated in an alcohol or alcohol base or non-alcohol glycerin base, vegetable
Mhm.
glycerin base. And you can soak them, and they're soaked for months. And then you extract the properties from that herb into a little bottle, and it's liquid form. And you take about 30 drops of this liquid in juice or water, and you can take it that way. Or herbal tea. So all the plants, like, say for example, like I want to say Damiana, I want to say nettles. So let's talk about nettles because it's allergy season. Nettles is
Mhm.
one of my uh, first go-to allergy herbs in a tea form or in a tincture form. So I mix nettles. Nettles is like a diuretic. It will dry you
Okay.
up. It will dry you up. So when you're taking the nettles, when you're drinking the nettles tea, or even taking a capsule or a tincture, initially it will make you go to the bathroom, urinate all the time. You're getting all the fluid off of you, but it will dry up those airways and the sinuses where you're having the allergy issues. All right. So I'll mix in the nettles. Then I'll mix in ginger root, which is kind of like a carrier. Ginger is good for digestion. And I'm talking about ginger root, which you can boil it, or ginger uh, root that you can actually uh, drink it. Put it in a smoothie for nausea, for your digestive system, for pain. It opens up your sinuses, natural ginger root. And then peppermint is another one. Peppermint is a plant. So dried peppermint herbs, I'll put that in my allergy. I put mullein. Mullein is an upper respiratory plant. It's a plant for upper respiratory issues, which again, that's where you have the sinuses, the runny nose, the eyes, mullein. And then, so those are some. Those are
Okay.
some
So let me ask you that.
springtime allergies,
So
springtime herbs.
I want to go back to the three ways that you can actually take the herbs. Are there some ways of taking it that are more effective than others? I
Oh
know you
yeah,
said you can't swallow the pills, but is one of those ways more effective?
yes, absolutely. So the tinctures are more effective
Okay.
because it's liquid form. I would say tincture first, and then your herbal teas, and then your capsules.
Okay, and I
Now,
and I and I really wanted you to talk about that because I think the way that most people are used to taking medications, right, is through the capsules.
right, okay, so now let's talk about the capsules. There are several companies that make herbal capsules. Okay. Now, what you have to be mindful of is read your bottle. It should say vegetarian capsules. If there are vegetarian capsules, that means that as soon as you put the capsule in your mouth, it should start dissolving within a minute, less than a minute. It should start dissolving on your tongue. And that herbal substance, whatever it is, you should start tasting that. That means that uh, it's pure herbs that's coming through and getting into your system within probably 15, 20 minutes. Now, there are other companies that make capsules that are made of plastic. So that means that it's going to take forever for it to even dissolve
Wow.
and get into your system. And so you have to. I'm so glad that we're talking about it because people don't realize that. And where people make their mistake is, and I hate to say it, but when you buy the bulk herbs, like just say from Costco, from BJ's, the big bottles that cost maybe $12 or
Hmm.
$18 is really economical. You have to read your ingredients. You have to read what it's made of because a lot of times they're filled with fillers, but as long as it has a little bit of what it
Mhm.
says it's supposed to have, they can write it on the bottle, and
Oh,
you're
okay.
thinking that you're
You
getting
know what? That's
all
true.
of
I
it.
never thought about it. There's no percentage of it, so you don't know how much is there. You just know it's an ingredient.
That's right. That's
Wow.
right. So I like, particularly you can't go wrong if you go to certain stores like your Whole Foods, your Mom's Market, even a section in Wegmans. They have the real natural um, herbs in a capsule form. They also have the tinctures, and some of them even have the tea herbs. But
So
first,
are there
tincture.
some brands that you actually recommend that are
I
better than
do. I do. I'm so glad you asked. I recommend I recommend New Chapter. I'm first
Okay,
and
yes.
foremost, I recommend New Chapter. New Chapter is vegetarian, organic, all plant-based vitamins and supplements. So I like their turmeric, and their turmeric. Now, turmeric is the one that almost anybody who has ears and can hear, should hear this and know that they should be using turmeric on a daily basis, especially if they're older, older and dealing with the natural joint issues that we're going to get just with aging. Turmeric is for inflammation of the joints, so it takes care of that unexplainable joint pain that hits us one day and we don't know where it came from.
Mm,
So
okay.
turmeric is for inflammation. Also, turmeric is great for Alzheimer's and dementia, the brain cells. It's good for that as well. So New Chapter has a great turmeric capsules that you can take. They also have ginger capsules.
Mhm.
Everything is in a capsule, but vegetarian capsules. So I
Yeah, I actually remember learning about New Chapter. It's been so many years now, but they have great vitamins, and so you're absolutely right. Like a New Chapter are the vitamins that I take, and and to actually just piggyback on the turmeric. So what do you think about? So I think a lot of people are talking about like the Golden Seal drink now, right?
hmm
What do you think
so
about that?
so Golden Seal is good. Golden Seal is like a penicillin.
Okay,
So if you have some type of infection, that's when you want to incorporate Golden Seal.
okay.
Um, Now, I can't imagine. Well, I can't imagine, but I can't imagine people. I can't imagine the normal person drinking Golden Seal because Golden Seal does not taste good at all.
I didn't think that it did, but so many people are, again, you read these health blogs or things like that, and you get told that these are, this is kind of like the next fad or the next trend. And so you just try it. And for people who don't know what Golden Seal is, can you tell them what that is?
Well, so let me see if I can tell you uh, exactly. But it was something else I was going to say that you just said about Golden Seal. Hmm. Uh, well, okay. So we know Golden Seal is an herb for sure. It's a herb for sure. It's a plant. Um, and like I said, it's a root. So you can have Golden Seal in a root or the leaf. But like I said, it's like a antibiotic is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
That's the word. It's like an antibiotic.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
what else can I say about it? Like I
No,
said,
well, just in terms of what it actually, like, I know it's usually, you know what? I just realized I'm saying the wrong thing. I'm saying golden seal. You know what I was thinking of?
what?
I was thinking of the drink that has the turmeric and the milk and
Oh,
honey.
oh,
That's
you're
what I was
talking.
thinking.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You're talking about an almond milk with turmeric. and some cayenne pepper or cinnamon.
Yes.
One
What is
that
that
everybody,
called? I
oh
said
yeah,
the
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah. I call it so. Um, a lot of people drink that at night. You can warm
Yes.
it. You
Yes.
warm it and you have it at night. A nice drink. It's a turmeric um, milk. I'm trying to think of what people are calling it though. But basically what it is, the ingredients is maybe an almond milk or coconut milk, and you put your turmeric in there. You can put honey, raw honey, as well as cinnamon, and it makes it a nice warm drink at night to
Hmm.
calm your nerves, to calm your body, but also inflammation, touches on the inflammation. The cinnamon gives it a nice sweet taste, but cinnamon is good for hypertension. And also, cinnamon is a carrier, so it will help carry that turmeric to the places it needs to go in your body. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
That's
the
good to
nighttime.
know.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
golden milk. That's what it's called.
golden
Golden milk.
milk.
Yes.
Yes, golden milk. Yes, yes, golden milk.
I knew it
That's
would come back to me.
That's right. But let me tell you about what I have in my book, and which a lot of people in the community of the holistic community, I have the healing shot. And so that's the daytime one.
Okay.
That's the one that is going to give you your energy because that golden milk is calming.
Okay.
It's the one that you want to do at night, calm yourself. Now, in the morning is turmeric, apple cider vinegar, ginger
Hmm.
root,
Mm.
lemon, and cayenne pepper.
Okay.
That's the one you do in the morning to give you a boost of energy. Plus, not only that, it's great for your immune system. And we know that apple cider vinegar has over 100 uh, benefits, the apple cider vinegar. So,
Mm-hmm.
people take apple cider vinegar for the hypertension
Yes.
and
Yep.
also for weight loss to burn fat.
Yep.
Apple cider vinegar is great for rashes. If you have a rash and you just take it, put it on cotton ball and rub it on there topically, it will help heal that rash. Um, it's good for sinuses. Apple cider vinegar is excellent for almost everything. So with that, with the lemon, you can take lemon juice straight from the lemon, or get a non-concentrated lemon juice, 100% lemon juice. All of that in that toddy in the morning is excellent for your immune system. Great start for the day. Also, if you're feeling like you're catching a cold, that that cold and flu that's been going around is great for that. If you feel that coming, I do a healing shot 3 times a day, morning, midday, and at night. That particular one to help combat that cold. And also, um, uh, this stomach virus,
Mm-hmm.
where people food poisoning. That's what I'm trying to say. So food poisoning, you're eating something. Most people go out, eat something, come back feeling that queasiness, getting the diarrhea and or vomiting.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going on with the digestive system. So whatever you eat is coming up or coming out. You do this particular healing shot along with a probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
You're healed. I mean, you're in within 12 hours. You're
Oh
feeling.
wow.
Yep, you're feeling better.
Awesome. I love this healing shot because I've done apple cider vinegar, but just with water, just in the morning, like a teaspoon with water. So I can't wait to try this and implement it into my routine. And so for those listening who don't necessarily know what a probiotic is, what is that? Because I think that's a great tip that you just shared because so many people do get food poisoning and stomach issues and things like that, and they suffer for days. So what's a probiotic?
Excuse me. So, probiotic basically is for your gut. It's for the digestive system. And so it has Okay, so our gut has bacteria, but we
Mhm.
want to promote the healthy bacteria, and it's called flora, intestinal flora. Mm, so I don't want to get well. So intestinal flora, I think people can handle that that language. So it's a good bacteria. You want to have good bacteria in your gut, and
Okay.
so what a probiotic does, it has that good bacteria in it. It has strands of that good bacteria in a probiotic so that you can maintain good intestinal health.
Mm.
So these bacteria that I'm speaking of, it has very long names to it. Um, that you can look it up and but know that most of your probiotic, so they have probiotic capsules. You have probiotic drinks like the kombuchas, and
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
Kavita. I like the Kavita brand, K E
Okay.
V Kevita. I like that one because they particularly have the ones with the cayenne pepper and the lemon ginger, and I'm a lemon ginger fan.
Okay. Me too.
Um, for our baby, for our babies in this whole thing of holistic healing, may not be able to take the kombucha. The kombucha is um, apple cider vinegar, and it has cultures in it, which are natural cultures of the different foods. So it might taste a little strong and very bitter.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I would say Kavita would be a first choice for people who just coming out the gate trying probiotic drinks. So
Okay.
basically, that's what probiotic is.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So you all are learning a lot. You got your golden milk, your turmeric, your probiotic, the three different ways that you can ingest your herbs. This is great information. Your healing shots. I'm loving all of this. So I'm definitely going to implement some of this into my routine. So what about some of the other herbs that you suggest for people, and what are they good for?
So we have, oh, this is a real good one. A lot of people will love this. Let's talk about our sugar addicts. So
Yes, yes.
people
Sugar
that
is
are,
the devil. I mean, it is the worst addiction I think there is.
no, it is, and I'm presently now going through a 40-day sugar detox with my community of folks. I have over 1,000 people in my community, and we're going through a 40-day. Today is number 35, but
Wow.
sugar is serious. And so one herb that a lot of people not aware of is called Gymnema.
Hmm.
Gymnema. And so if you get a Gymnema capsules and you take that, it's great. But if you get a tincture and
Mm-hmm.
you put just 2 drops of that Gymnema tincture under your tongue daily, and you try to eat something sweet, it will taste horrible.
Wow, really?
Yes, it will
Okay,
taste
where is
horrible.
this magical thing? How do you spell it, and where do you get a tincture?
So Gymnema, Gymnema, Gymnema. You can get the tincture. You can get Gymnema tincture from Mom's Market. You can get it from Whole Foods. Wegmans sells it. Smile Herb Shop. Gymnema.
Awesome.
Now what I like to do for my clients that are really really bad and they're trying to change their lifestyle from that sugar, I mix it in
Okay.
a tea
Okay.
form. So I have the Gymnema powder as well as the Gymnema leaf
Mm-hmm.
at my studio in College Park. And so what I formulate it especially for my people that are trying to lose weight, and the sugar is the biggest issue. So I'll put the Gymnema
Wow.
in a tea form,
Mhm.
And they'll drink that.
I
Um,
love that. So essentially what happens is you don't have the sugar cravings because, well, like you said, it tastes horrible.
it makes it taste horrible. But not only that, it will also help in not doing this, in not eating the sugar. Then it will also help lower your glycemic level for the diabetics.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and so
Awesome.
Gymnema is one of my herbs that's in my teas for my diabetics also.
Nice. Nice.
Um, and
So
then
I
mhm,
love that because this is something that I is actually new to me and I study a lot. So this is something that I'm learning new. Uh, but just talk about so for those and people are listening literally all over the world. So they may not be here in the DC area. So obviously if you don't have the stores that we're talking about, you can get it at a health food store. But can you talk about that process? I love that of talking about making the teas and customizing the teas that you're doing.
formulate. So to address the people, all of these things we're talking about, you can get them on Amazon
Okay,
as
perfect.
well. And especially if you find yourself like the turmeric, if you find yourself using it often, you might be able to get great deals on Amazon also. So I recommend that. So we're talking about formulation. So what I do basically is because I am a clinical herbalist, which means that I see clients they come to me for particular issues.
Mhm.
So um, let's just say hypertension or diabetes or obesity or even problems, issues with the libido
Mhm.
or menstrual issues, the menopause issues. So in order, I I recommend a consultation first, an herbal consultation.
Okay.
And that means that you come to my studio and we sit and we do our consultation. That means that I get a total. You know how when you go to the doctor for the first time and they give you this clipboard with an
Mhm.
information sheet and it gives and you get to sit there and check off everything about your history, about your family history, and but the difference with mine is I include your diet as well. What are some of
Okay.
the things that you eat or that you don't eat? Also include your your elimination process as well.
Okay.
So we talk about all of that. In gathering all of that information, it's called information gathering. In doing that, then I'm able to get a better idea of what type of formulation, what things
Okay.
I'm going to put together for you in a tea form. Or if you can't drink tea, and let me just say this about tea. Most of the ones that I make, a lot of people think tea is only hot tea.
Mhm.
They think only Arnold Palmer is the only cold tea to drink. You know? Yeah, that's true. People think Arnold Palmer is the only cold tea to drink. But no, these teas that I formulate, you can drink them hot or cold. So
Okay.
they can be a 16-ounce bottle or and I say bottle because I suggest to fill up your water bottles with your tea. Make a big jug for the refrigerator and then fill them up in your water bottles. And when you go out the door, grab your water bottle of tea, and that'll be your dosage for the day, depending on the dosage that we talk about you need to have. But most of the time,
Oh,
that's like 16 ounces. So that's
okay.
that's 2 cups of tea for whatever we're dealing with that you're doing on a 30-day basis. And I normally recommend 30 days that you drink this tea
Okay.
so that you can see, so that you can start seeing whether
Right.
it's working or not. And basically, that's what the doctors do too. They write you a prescription and they
That's
say,
true.
take this. They say, take this for 30 days and then we'll talk when you come back in a month to
Yep,
see.
that's true.
Right. So, and so that's how I formulate. Um, the for whatever you're going through, then I'll formulate you. Then I'll have everything right there in my studio in front of you, and I put it all together for tea for 30 days.
Love it. I love it. And that makes perfect sense. And what I love about that, and again for those of you all listening, this is an option. I'm not being, against Western medicine, but what I love is that this is customized for you. So
Correct.
instead of going to a doctor and just getting some generic blood pressure medicine or diabetes medicine or whatever that you take for one ailment and then it causes problems in another area of your life because it's not holistic. It just isn't. And so
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
not looking at your full, total, complete person. It's treating one thing, but then it can cause problems in other areas. What you're saying is I'm looking at the totality of the person,
Yes.
every area,
Yes.
and you're customizing a formula that's going to work uniquely for them.
Correct. Correct. That's it. And one thing I want to say about the herbal on the herbal side of the spectrum. Now, I get a lot of people that says, especially during the new year and they're detoxing
Mm-hmm.
and they may go now people, let me just say this. I am not chastising anybody that wants to detox, but what I am saying is that you have to be careful about how you detox.
Okay.
And everybody knows, they get an idea. Detoxing, that means that I'm cleansing my body because I have not been too good to my body. I have been eating crazy, all kinds of things. I have been putting things in my body. So I need to cleanse. And so they'll go to a drugstore and buy an overall detox kit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so an overall detox kit will detox you, but it will, most of the time, they will detox every organ. And I'm particularly not a fan of detoxing every organ all at the same time.
Okay. Okay.
So therefore, I like, well, for several reasons. And again, I customize according to the person. If there's a person that comes to me that has been sent to me from their doctor and saying, listen, you need to see somebody quick, or you're going to die, then I
Mm,
don't I don't detox, do a colon cleanse. I don't go there.
okay.
I'll go directly to the issue of what's happening
Okay.
with them. So, but a person that has, the time to go through the steps, I'll do a colon cleanse first because that's that's where all the waste sits.
Mm-hmm.
And your waste is going to permeate through your cells and through the membranes out into your bloodstream and go and travel through your body. So it makes sense to detox and cleanse your colon first. Plus, not only
Okay.
that, that's where at least 5 pounds of fecal matter can sit right there in the
Mm-hmm.
colon. So we want to get all that out.
Okay.
And then I like to go to the liver, and then I like to go to the blood, and I may do liver and kidney at the same time. So that's what I want to say about detoxing and cleansing, and on the herbal side, it's a good
Mm-hmm.
idea, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not always a good idea to do it all your organs at the same time.
Got it. I love that because you're right. Most people, like you said, we don't really know what kind of detox or what we're doing it for. We're just like, I just need to cleanse my system. So
Right.
thank you for sharing that. That, again, it's still mass produced, whatever we're getting on the market. And so even though you have the best intentions of cleansing out your system, that may not be the best type of detox for you. And so it's better to detox organ by organ as opposed to just sort of one broad overall, full body detox.
Right. And then just take your time. Like right now, it's spring. Many people are about to clean out their houses, their closets, their
Hmm.
garages. How about cleaning your body?
Yes.
Spring cleaning
Yes.
your body. And
Yep.
yeah, and I'm actually going to be taking a group of folks through spring cleaning the body holistically.
Yep. I talk about that all the time. For me, it's all about, spring cleaning your spirit. Spring cleaning your energy,
How
right?
about
It's the
that?
same thing. You got the energy in your house, you got
Yes.
the energy in and around your body. So
Yes.
I am in complete agreement with you there.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
This has been awesome. I think you have shared so much great information, um, and information that you don't commonly hear all the time. Because again, this is a space where there's a lot of misconceptions, and a lot of times you might have somebody who wants to try herbs or they want to try a more holistic approach, but honestly, they really just don't know what to do, and they're just bombarded by so much different information out there. So it's overwhelming and it's confusing.
That's correct. That
So
is
for
so
a
right.
person like that who says, you know what, I want to start implementing some herbs into my life for whatever reason, because everybody has different ailments. What are some just good first step things that somebody can do to kind of just get into learning more about herbs and adding them into their lives?
Well, pretty much like I did. Once you identify your issue, then Google is everybody's friend, you know. And but you don't take the first thing you find on Google. You have to
Mhm.
really research, really research, and then try it, and then go to a reputable source, find your herbs, and just try it. Use it for at least 30 days to see if you get good results from that particular herb. And if you do, then you know that's the one for you. Another
Okay.
thing is, like I said, you can always consult an herbalist and they would hopefully direct you on the
Hmm.
right way to go. Um, um, like I said, just use it, try it. But one thing I did want to tell you is that talk about is that people don't realize that spices are herbs as well.
Okay.
Yeah, spices are herbs as well. So when we're talking about because they're plants, especially our oreganos, the thyme, the rosemary, your again ginger, your peppers, your pepper plants, your all of the spices, cilantro, cardamom, all of them are have medicinal benefits
Mm.
for
Love
healing,
that. I love
for
that.
healing.
So you
And
can cook and just implement more spices into cooking, and you're getting herbal medicine that way as well.
can you say that again? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, you can. So, speaking of the turmeric, not only turmeric capsules, there's culinary turmeric. You can just buy turmeric powder and put it in all your foods. Like I made a soup today.
Mm.
I put turmeric in my soup. I put turmeric in my eggs. I make a spice of life blend. I call it spice of life, and I put turmeric in it. Turmeric, cayenne, garlic, they're all from plants and they have medicinal purposes. So can I go to my recipe book for a second?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so the Spice Queen's kitchen. I call it the Spice Queen not because of spices and it's spicy and tastes good, but that is one of the reasons. But I took that name because I am a herbalist and to hopefully shine light on this on that particular subject that all of the recipes in the book they derive from one or two or three clients that I have had.
Hmm.
So what I do is I bring my clients into the kitchen and I actually teach them how to prepare their foods in a healthy way that is directed towards their hypertension or their diabetes or their cholesterol or whatever. So these recipes are actually customized according to that particular client. And
Oh,
then I
wow.
implemented herbs and spices that will help the healing process for whatever they're dealing with. So
Awesome.
in my book, I have the recipes, but not only that, I have pages in there that actually breaks down the herbs and spices and what their benefits are and why you should use them in your recipes.
Love it. Love it. So go get the book, y'all. So where can everybody get your book?
They can go to my website. My website is www.heavenlybodieslive.com. That's
Love
it.
it. That's awesome. Yeah, I love that idea because sometimes again, it's overwhelming, right? And you want to eat better, you want to be healthier, you want to take care of yourself, and sometimes it just seems like it's too much to do. But if we got to eat, right? And even if you might eat out like I do, you got to cook sometimes. So when you cook, why not at least get the spices in when you're cooking so you can kind of kill two birds with one stone, so to speak.
Right. Absolutely.
I love that. Thank you so much. Any closing thoughts for our listeners and how can they find you?
All right. So I closing thoughts. So let's just say I'm going to do a tip that will resonate with everyone. So many people tell me that it's very expensive to
Mhm.
eat healthy. It's expensive to to get a herbalist or a health coach. So what I say to that is you either pay now or you pay later.
Mhm.
And so what that means is that paying now is to go ahead and invest in your health. And that means that you go ahead and buy your natural fruits and fresh vegetables and whole grains. Pay that extra money. Go
Mhm.
go go search Amazon or go to your nearest health food store and buy your new chapter vitamins or herbs or capsules, turmeric. Invest now. If you don't, then you'll pay later by
Yep.
being in the hospital,
Yep.
paying that hospital bill, in prescription medication, um, your tests that you have to go through, the MRIs and the treatments that you have to go through, the chemotherapies and things like that. That's how you pay later. And so we want to pay now. We want to invest now in our bodies, in our health, and do the research so that we can be healthy. And I say healthy is the new wealthy. We want to be rich in wealth, in health,
Mhm.
right? We want to be rich in
Yes,
health.
we do.
So let's do that. How you can reach me is my web everything is Heavenly Bodies Live. So it's Heavenly HEAVENLY Bodies BODIES Live LIVE at hotmail.com. Also, that's my website, heavenlybodieslive.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm actually Rosalind Heavenly Bodies, last name Law, LAW. So you can find me. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and I don't know all of those tags.
But if they can find your website, they can find you.
Yes, they can find my website, they can find me. Correct.
Thank you so much, Rosalind. This has been awesome. You have given some really great tips. I hope that you all reach out to her if you're in need, and certainly go ahead and get that book. And I appreciate you sharing your wisdom and your knowledge. Like I said, I'm definitely going to implement some of the things that you shared here today. Thank you all for listening. Come back next Sunday. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and share this out. Until next time, wishing you peace, love, and bountiful blessings.
Would you like to learn more about the healing art of Reiki? Reiki is an amazing, holistic, natural treatment that helps you mind, body, and spirit. It's wonderful for releasing pain, anxiety, stress, improving your sleep, your harmony, your well being, removing energy blockages, and so much more. As one of my clients said, Reiki feels like you're bathed in a warm cocoon of sunshine. If you've always wanted to learn Reiki and want to practice it yourself or for your friends, your clients, your family, go to ReikiPowerWorkshops.com. That's REIKI Power Workshops with an S.com and find out how you can participate in my upcoming trainings in the DC metro area. Again, go to Reiki, REIKI, Power, POWER, Workshops, WORKSHOPS, Reiki Power Workshops.com, and join my upcoming Reiki trainings.
Hey, beautiful. Thank you for listening to another edition of Avalaura Heal My Life podcast. Join me each and every week to move from whole to wholeness in your life, your relationships, your business, and your career. And if now is the time for you to embrace all that you are for your most incredible life, go ahead and email me today at avalaura@avalaura.com for your own personal consultation. And while you're at it, I'm Googleicious, so you can find more information about me online. Go to my website at avalaura.com and join my mailing list.